Nitro Kid 98 here today. I'll be doing a quick video in response to Eagle ESI asking what is needed to turbocharge a 420A. Basically all your standard stuff. You're going to need a turbo, you're going to need a wastegate, you're going to need a manifold, intercooler kit. I got this intercooler kit on eBay for $214 shipped. Came with everything, intercooler, the piping. The only thing I don't like about it is it's flanged for an HKS, and there's not really any way I can flange it for anything else, which eventually I'm probably going to cut all that off and reflange it for an a Goretti or something like that. I'm not real fond of the HKS. It's a good blow-up valve. I just don't like the way it looks under the hood. You know, just a personal factor, nothing more. For this setup, I'm actually, like I said, I'm going with a Godspeed turbocharger, Godspeed wastegate. Actually still working on the warranty to get the new wastegate. They contacted me yesterday and want more information. I'm going to be running a log style manifold. And on this setup, I'm not going to be running Megasquirt. I do have a Megasquirt MS2 unit, or a Megasquirt 2 unit up at the house. I'm not going to be installing it on the setup till later on. Mostly I just kind of want to get it out and have a little fun with it before I get really crazy with wiring. And it's a standalone unit, so I mean, it might have about a month or two of downtime, just depending on how easy the installation goes. I got the installation kit and everything. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy and self-explanatory, but stuff never goes the way you want it to. The other things that you're going to need, like I say, you're going to need a blow-up valve, you're going to need an oil supply line and an oil return line. You're going to need to tap your oil pan. I'm probably going to be showing a video of some of that stuff here soon, because that's actually going to be going on pretty soon here. One of the most complicated things to get for these cars is a downpipe. You're more likely going to have to go to a muffler or exhaust shop in your area and have one made. As you see, those do not line up exactly perfect. They're going to have to custom make you one. All the suppliers that used to supply them don't supply them no more. I've called Treadstone and a couple other places, and they've discontinued that product. It's always the 428 guys is getting their stuff discontinued, so you know that's what makes us a little bit more inventive than other platforms, is because we have to, you know, literally create our stuff, because it's not out there like a Honda or the 4G63 platforms. I mean, their stuff's abundant where ours is not. Let me explain the fuel setup that I'm going to be going with for this one. We're going to be running a set of stock injectors with a 12-to-1 FMU and a Wally 2 55 liter per hour fuel pump. Now, a lot of people are probably like, that's stupid, I don't even know why you do that. You need to run a EMS or something. The way that the FMU works, it kind of acts like a manual. Actually, it does. It's a manual fuel management unit. And how this works, it goes secondary to your factory fuel pressure regulator. And as you give it boost, because there's a vacuum line you're going to attach from your manifold or some other good vacuum source on your engine and run all the way back to the FMU. And as it gets boost, for every 1 pound or 1 part of boost, it gets basically 1 pound of boost. It adds 12 parts of fuel. So basically, I would say that's 12 pounds of fuel pressure. So I could be wrong on that. That math might not be right, but you know, that's the way I'm going to do it on this for now. And eventually, I will be taking all that out to run Megasquirt, just because I can get a better tune off of it. A lot of people out there just run the FMU setup with some better injectors here and there, and you know, it's cool and it works and all, but I don't like it because I can't control I can't play with my timing. I can't play with anything. I can't actually fine tune it. But as of right now, that's the setup that I'm going to go with, because right now this thing's only running 8 to 10 psi, so, and that's not nothing major. More likely it's never really going to leave 8. Maybe once or twice will it see 10. The other things you're going to need a boost gauge, and you're going to need an AFR gauge, which is an air fuel ratio gauge, so you can kind of tell where it's at, whether you know your setup's working, if you're running lean, if you're running rich. A lean mixture generates a lot of heat and can completely detonate an engine. Rich mixtures, they're harmful to an engine, but it's more or less a slower death. It's a safer way to do it than lean mixtures. If you run a lot, I mean, it more than likely ain't gonna take long, and it's gonna blow shit everywhere. The other thing that you're probably gonna need, I'm gonna say, a good clutch. In there lies a XTD Stage 2 clutch, which is probably a piece of crap. It's honestly a 50-50 chance. I know some people running them that have had nothing but luck. I know some people that are running them and they've completely detonated in no time. So I don't know. More than likely, I'm going to be pulling that back out to put a Stage 3 clutch master in it. But that's pretty much it. Besides, like I say, the missing link, you're going to probably need one of them. Basically, it's a ball check valve that goes on your map. A lot of people out there, James Cobo and a couple other guys, they say you don't need them, and there's probably a way that you don't need them, but just to be safe for all you new guys out there, I would recommend one. They talk of a fuel cut defender. Honestly, I'm not even going to get in depth about that because I wouldn't even bother with it. Especially on this thing, I'm not going to bother with it because sooner or later this ECU is going to be out and the Mega Squirt's going to be in. So that's pretty much it. And then just your normal gauges, oil pressure. I'm going to be running the oil temp and stuff like that. And we're actually going to do a different setup. I'm going to do a video soon. We're going to do a little different setup of this turbo as far as oil feed. I'm actually going to have an inline filter for it. Then this is a China charger, more or less, whether it's a souped up China charger or not. I'm going to do every method that I can possible to make this thing live long. We're gonna prime the shit out of it with oil. That's a lot of problems that I hear that people with China chargers and stuff do. There's a lot of lack of knowledge in the import community, and a lot of it is just throw a turbo on and go. And you need to prime your turbochargers, and what that means is basically pull your fuel relay and everything, sit there and just turn it over, because just turning it over, most of the time your turbo doesn't spin, and just sit there and turn it over, and oil pressure will build up and it'll shoot oil into this, and it'll go ahead and pre-lube it up before you hit it. So, but as of right now, that's my setup. If I missed anything or you think I missed anything, feel free to leave a comment in the section below, and I'll iterate a little bit more. Anyway, for right now, it's been Nitro Kid 98, guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe for more information. Hopefully within a week or so, or a month or so, I'm sorry, this thing should be on the road. So.